group number one, and welcome to today's reading. In this video, we will talk about your biggest challenge, but also your biggest blessing of 2024. I did this exact reading for myself on New Year's Eve, just to be prepared for this year. And that's what this reading is about. In December, some not so good things happened in my life, and I thought, if only I knew earlier, then I would have prepared myself. And that's exactly how I want you to approach this reading. I don't want you to manifest any negative things. I want you to hear what your spirit guides have to say. So you know that maybe, if it's something regarding money, that maybe you should take care of your money situation and save your money instead of spending it. If it has something to do with, I don't know, fake friends, then be careful throughout the year, and so on and so forth. We will see. I don't want to give any more examples. I just want to see what the cards have to say. When it comes to the blessing, though, I want you to be excited. I want you to even daydream about it. Why? Because this is a way of manifesting. Because the blessing is something that we do want to happen, you know? Okay, so let's talk about the card you felt drawn to for group number one. It's the Fool card. Can you see it? Yeah, it's the Fool card of the Before Tarot card deck. Okay, the Before Tarot. And as you can see, because this is why I picked the Fool cards for every single group. As you can see, the Fool card has the number 0 right here on top. It has the number 0. Why? Well, first of all, it's the very first card of tarot. It's the first one. Now, what does this mean? It means you as a fool, you as the fool, are just starting with something. You know how we sometimes say things like, oh, you're such a fool. Why? Because maybe we did a wrong decision. We made a wrong decision because we were not experienced enough. We are just starting 2024. So in that context, all of us are fools. You know what I mean? Okay, so my dear spirit guides of group number one. I never said my dear spirit guides, I think. Okay, anyway. Spirit guides of my dear group number one. That's what I actually wanted to say. Please give us one card for the biggest challenge of group number one in 2024. What challenges? No, what challenge? I just want the biggest one. Group number one facing this year. Okay, so in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I was shuffling and no card came out by itself because that's what I usually want to happen first. So I'm going to shuffle again now and take the cards that I feel drawn to. And I'm trying to do this here so you can see. Maybe a card comes up now. The Knight of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords. That's the biggest challenge of 2024. Now, my dear spirit guides, we need the biggest blessing of 2024. My eye just fell on an oracle card deck because it's laying on my bed next to me. I'm going to use it in your reading. The biggest blessing for group number one in 2024 will be, oh, the Page of Cups. Very good. And you also have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And I immediately felt drawn to this as well. So the biggest blessing will be the Page of Cups, and we will talk about it once we're done talking about your challenge. But I will also lay this card, so the Six of Cups, on, oh, we have two cups card, I just realized. I will also put this on my desk so I don't forget to include it in the reading. But for now, I will put this to the side because first we want to talk about the challenge. Now, the Knight of Swords typically stands for an F-boy, okay? We will clarify in a moment what exactly this stands for, but usually in your situation, but usually this stands for an F-boy? Because, well, first of all, we have the knight, you know, the thing with the knight in shining armor and stuff, but it's a knight of swords. So the sword has a very fast energy. And that's what F-boys are known for, in and out, very fast, and then not contacting you anymore. Okay, I want to use the tea leaves and that oracle card deck I was thinking of. We will use that oracle card deck for in a moment, okay? We will use it in a moment. So, my dear spirit guides, how is it, my dear spirit guides again? Oh, I felt I saw this moving. Okay. Ooh, you have the astral house of happiness. Okay. Okay, wait a second. I shouldn't have said ooh because we're talking about the biggest challenge of 2024. And then, oh, you also got the frying pan, which stands for trouble and accusations. Okay, the frying pan, trouble and accusations. So we have sword energy and we have fire energy. If you have a person in mind, and if you know their zodiac sign, just for confirmation, maybe an air sign, or a fire sign. Okay, what are the air signs? Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or fire signs? I always forget. Aries, Leo, and the other one. I swear to God, I don't remember at the moment. What was the other one? The other fire sign. I don't remember. Okay. Anyway, so it's probably not the other fire sign because I don't remember at the moment. Anything else, spirit guides? I haven't told you yet that I'm shuffling the tea leaves. Okay, you also got the seahorse. The seahorse stands for family matters, okay? For now, I'm just laying out the cards. And this is one bunch. I showed this before in a video. This is one bunch of the tea leaves. And I have another one. I just cannot shuffle them all at once. It's way too much. Okay, this is the second bunch. Okay, dear spirit guides, do you have any message for, oops, do you have any message for group number 1? Wow, the vase, secret admirer. So maybe you don't know who this F-boy is, but this feels like confirmation that yes, we're actually talking about what should I say, a love situation, romantic situation. Well, if it's the Knight of Swords, it may not actually be love, but you know what I mean. So, ooh, oh no, I hate when they fall. Give me a moment. But you also got a month of the year that fell on the ground. Wait a second. So we know when something will happen. First of all, you have Quill, back to the basics. So this sounds like advice from your January. Yeah, this sounds like advice from your spirit guides, and February. Okay, group number 1. So I'm glad I decided to do this reading now because it seems like something is happening in the beginning of the year. But you know what? Actually, I'm happy for you, group number 1, because it means that you will be done with your challenge by the beginning of the year, and then you have later on for your blessing that is still to come. Okay. Spirit guides of group number 1. Do you have any other messages here in the tea leaves? Okay. This time it fell in my lap. You have the ladder card. The ladder, which stands for climbing to success and climbing towards success. And here's the thing, that's why I'm suddenly smiling. Before, you had the success card somewhere here, and my eye fell on it. It didn't come out while shuffling. My eye fell on it, but I didn't take it out. So your spirit guides really wanted me to see that success card because it came out again. Now it's climbing towards success. Let's see. Is there any other spiritual love? Okay, cool. Is there any other message? Oh, book number 1. I have another video in the making right now. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to mess up the energy thing, but I have another video in the making and it will come very, very soon. if it's not the next video, it will be the one after the next video. What 100% guaranteed. Okay, it will not be on my channel in 5 months or something like that. No, because I have two others in the making right now. And as I said, if it's not the next one, it's the one after the next one, and it's a love reading. And right now, I suddenly, in my mind, I had the vision of one of the cards for one of the three groups. I'm not going to say which one it is, but now I know I have confirmation for what this card stands for. And then, guys, I want you to watch that reading that will come up soon and give me your confirmation in the comment section and tell me if you, ooh, if, yeah, I knew it, career. If you picked that group. Okay, let's not talk about that one. Okay, I got this card on the bottom of my cards for the second time as well. So this time we will talk about it. It says, fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. If you are a man watching this, then the F-boy situation is actually an F-girl situation, and it's a person with blonde hair. If you, I said if you're a man watching this, well, if you're interested in women, you mean you can also be a woman watching this and be interested in women. If you are a person who's interested in men, then the person who wants to interrupt your relationship is a person with blonde hair. Okay, so now I have all the cards on the table and I want to talk about it. So you are going to fall probably head over heels. Okay, maybe not head over heels, but you will be very fond of, okay, that's how we express the situation now. You will be very fond of this Knight of Swords. Because that's the thing. I mean, we always think when we hear stories from other people, how could they fall for that F boy or F girl? Because they are very charming, okay? And swords stand for air energy. So Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. And I'm thinking of Geminis right now because maybe I'm a Gemini rising, and they are very charming. Okay, that's actually one of their positive sides. So you're going to fall for someone who is very charming indeed. And don't forget, we have February and January. I would be very surprised, to be honest with you, if this is something that is going to happen next year, January, February, because I specifically told your spirit guides that this is for 2024. If it's not exactly these 2 months, then think of it as something that will happen in the beginning of this year. The beginning of the year is not just January, February, okay? I personally would also include March, maybe also April. But let's leave it at those cards, okay? January, February. And then we have the happiness card. Then right after that, we had the frying pan. So this Knight of Swords is going to make you very happy first, but then soon after you will realize that they're actually they're actually messing with your happiness. Okay, so you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of, oh, what is the expression? Swept away. Swept away. Yeah. Did you know, group number one, that a lot of babies were made because of something that is called the swept away, I don't know. So it's called the swept away something. Situation, the swept away, I don't know, feeling, something like that. There's swept away noun. Okay, I don't know what the noun was. But it means that this person came into your life and wow, they were so exciting and so much fun. Like in the old 50s movies when you, I don't know, watch movies in your car. What is it called? I don't know. Okay, whatever, you fill in the gap. And yeah, they are so exciting and so refreshing, and you're so excited actually that you can start out your year this way, and you're thinking, oh, this is the best thing that could happen in 2024. I am so happy. Okay, we have the happiness card, but actually it turns out that they are causing problems when it comes to your happiness, because as people say, we are responsible for our own happiness. I'm not 100% on board with that, because of course we have people in our lives who are hurting us and therefore make us upset, and we also have people in our lives who bring positive things and therefore make us happy. At the end of the day, of course, we are the ones responsible because we are adults. If you are under 18, why are you watching tarot card readings? But fine, okay, you're still welcome in this reading. Okay, I'm going to have 18 plus readings at some time. Then you're not welcome anymore. I'm sorry. I have to protect you. I have to protect your mental state. Yeah, but that's the thing. You will think that they make you happy, but actually they cause trouble. They cause trouble to your happiness. That's what I wanted to say. At the end of the day, we are adults, so we can make the choice to cut off people who cause trouble when it comes to our happiness. And yeah, we have the frying pan, which stands for trouble and accusations. And now I suddenly had the number 16 in my head. If you are under 18, you don't have to exactly be 16, but if you are under 18, I have a high school kind of situation in my mind. That's maybe why I was suddenly thinking of those old days. I know that people can still do it. It depends on the city where you live, where you can attend those outdoor cinema things where you're watching from your car. Because this is something that's oftentimes associated with younger people. And I swear to God, I thought there was a spider in the corner of my room. No. Spiders, by the way, stand for enemies. Okay. Ooh, I saw, yeah, your reading is so good. It's so interesting. That's what I meant in the beginning. We are doing this reading to prevent the situation. Okay. That's why I'm saying your reading is so good. We will talk about this person. Oh, see, that's all over the place. I cannot really concentrate right now because there's so many messages coming in. Yeah, I was thinking of a situation that is oftentimes associated with younger people. You don't have to be younger, but this can also play a role. Maybe you are actually on the older side, or it has been a very long time for you to experience such a maybe it feels like a dreamy person, because everything, as I said, is so exciting, so refreshing, so amazing, and like wow, and you feel like you have been swept off your feet. I just had the feeling again that there was a spider. I never feel this. Okay, guys, that's important. We will talk about it in a moment. Okay, we also have the seahorse with family matters, and as I said, the frying pan with accusations. It feels like it's kind of a high school situation where this guy or this girl pretends to be in love with you, and then behind your back they make fun of you in front of your friends or their friends, and then suddenly you walk down the hallway, as it happens in these teenage shows, and everyone is staring at you and laughing at you. It feels like something like that is happening, and your family is upset that you are with that person when you choose to introduce that person, because they see through that person. Okay, because they don't have those lovey-dovey eyes for that person. I mean, of course. So they know, but you don't know. And that's why you're here. So your friend Lola can tell you. Then on the flip side, we have the secret admirer. You're this is so interesting because as I said in the beginning, I did this reading for myself on New Year's Eve, and when I was channeling and reading the cards for my biggest challenges in or my biggest challenge in 2024, I only got cards for that. And when I was reading for my blessings, I only got cards for that. But for you, your spirit guides immediately send you to the next step, which is very interesting. It means they know that this person is going to suck. And they don't want you to think that you will be, I don't know, lovesick or heartbroken or whatever for a very long time, because it is up to you, group number one. You can make the choice to walk to another direction very soon once you cut the cord to that person. I mean, if you, because of this reading, choose not to date that person at all, that's even smarter. But if you choose to date them, be careful. And as soon as you realize, as soon as you notice something off, and you remember this reading, cut the cords to that person, okay? Because something way better, much better is awaiting you, much better. You have the vase with the secret admirer. See these beautiful flowers on that vase. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You can have a gorgeous time with a very nice person, or you can have an exciting and then suddenly awful time with the Knight of Swords. Okay. So then you had Lily with spiritual love. And as I said, this suddenly gave me a vision of a certain card that is going to be one of the groups in a certain love reading coming very soon. And I know exactly, I know exactly what this stands for. See me laughing? There's another person for you in the cards. It says spiritual love. It is hella serious, guys. Okay, serious in a very good way, in a very good way. And here's the thing. Are you wondering how you can get to that person, how you can attract that person? I can tell you how to attract the person. You will go back to the basics, which is what? Now, what exactly are the basics? You concentrating on yourself. Okay, can you actually see this properly? Sometimes I just hold the cards and I think, yeah, it's fine. No, but I know some people want to see the cards, some people don't. For those of you who want to see the cards, it says get back to the basics. Now, what are the basics? The basics are you group number one. You have to concentrate on yourself in order to attract that person and do good things for yourself in order to get to a higher vibration. We can always get to a higher vibration, but especially after someone made us upset, because that drags us down a little bit. And especially if we carry on that energy, which is completely normal. Group number one, you are not a computer. You're not a robot. Okay. When you are heartbroken, period. No one is allowed to come in and say, I'll get over it. No. Okay, you can get over it after some time, but you have to deal with your feelings first. And spiritually, what happens is your frequency drops a little bit. You're not going down completely, don't worry, but your frequency drops a little bit. It drops even further when you choose to do things like coping with alcohol, for example. I'm just giving you some examples. You can still do whatever you want in order to cope. Don't hurt yourself, though, group number one, please. Okay, please don't hurt yourself. The thing that brings you back up, that raises your frequency, is doing something that you love. And your spirit guides are telling you that it's about your career, and it truly doesn't matter what exactly it is. Because if you're thinking right now, I'm an accountant and I actually don't dream of being the best accountant in the world, that's not true. Then it's about your hobby, okay? Something, because career and work are not the same. Even in astrology, they are two different houses. If I'm not mistaken, because sometimes I mess up the houses, that's why I always have to look at my sheet when I do astrology readings. The sixth house stands for work. The 10th house stands for career. See, even in astrology, we differentiate. Work and career are not the same. Career is something, because you also got the ladder card, something where you can go up and up and up. Okay. And do you see how beautiful this card is? Getting better and better in your career, climbing up that ladder is something that should make you happy, and something because you do something that you love, you're passionate about. And if you're thinking right now, the work I'm doing right now is actually not the greatest thing I can think of, I understand. Maybe it is. I'm just saying this for you guys if you don't think so. I understand. Then your career can also be about a hobby that you can turn into a business if you choose to do so. Because by doing that, you raise your vibration, okay? Maybe it's a bit low because of heartbreak or anything, whatever's going on. And then you raise your frequency, because when it is spiritual love, it is spiritually guided. I'm showing you the card again. Do you see the flower again? We also had flowers on the vase card. And well, a vase, I mean, of course, is for flowers at the end of the day. I mean, you can also just put it in the corner of your room if it looks pretty, but it's usually for flowers. And yeah, a spiritual love is spiritually guided. And a spiritual love, why does my camera not focus on this card? Okay, whatever. It wants to focus on my face. And a spiritual love is spiritually guided, because your spirit guides will not, or the angels or God himself, they will not allow this relationship to not go well. Okay, they want this relationship to go well because it's a spiritual love, as I'm saying. um and therefore you have to meet that other person, your secret admirer, on the same level. And to get on their level, you have to raise your frequency. It's not about level. We usually talk about these things when it comes to success as in financial access. It doesn't mean that your bank account has to be on the same level. Your frequency has to be on the same level. Okay, and you can raise your frequency by doing what you love. Okay, and do you see the ladder? I was talking about frequency and doing this hand movement. If you're looking at the screen, maybe you're watching, maybe you're listening while, I don't know, cleaning your room or something. But I was doing this hand movement with my hands up and down when I talked about frequencies. Look at the ladder again. It's exactly that. Okay, raising your frequency, going up or going down or standing still. Okay, understand? So now I want to talk about the spider situation. I'm looking around again. Yeah, no spiders, luckily. But we got the card of the fair woman. Let's just quickly talk about this and then get over with it. It seems like your Knight of Swords situation may be interrupted by a person with blonde hair. Yeah, the Knight of Swords is an F-boy or F-girl anyway. In something that makes an F-boy or an F-girl is not only them playing with you and then ghosting you, but also playing with a lot of people and ghosting a lot of people. If another person shows up, and that's what spiritually a spider stands for, by the way. That's why I suddenly felt like there's a spider in my room. Spiders stand for enemies, and they are signs by your spirit guides that you should beware of an enemy. If this person shows up, just let it happen and leave that Knight of Swords. Leave them. There's absolutely no reason for you to fight for that Knight of Swords. They are, I say they because I don't know if it's a man or a woman, they are not worth it. Okay, the Knight of Swords is not worth it. A person who is meant for you, because we got the card of spiritual love, is not a knight anyway. They may be still a knight, but they will become a king or a queen at some point. Okay, a spiritual lover is someone who has a higher position than a knight. Okay, so let's leave your challenge part of your reading at that. And now let's talk about the biggest blessing coming to you this year. I'm surprised that your spirit guides didn't wait for that with the secret admirer. Maybe that's actually not the biggest blessing coming to you this year. I don't know. Maybe they are connected though, because we have the Page of Cups. Okay, the Page of Cups, and we have the Six of Cups. Okay, Page of Cups and Six of Cups. If you're thinking, oh, this looks a bit strange, I have a different memory of the Six of Cups. It's because it's the before tarot. So this is moments before what is usually depicted on the tarot cards. And usually we have, let me show you this way, we have this boy handing one of the cups to this girl, okay, as a gift. And this is moments before. So it's like they have, oh my God. Oh my God, group number one. Oh, I love your reading so much. I want this to be my reading without the Knight of Swords, though. No, it is connected. It is actually connected because we have the vase. And as I said, this boy is about to give this girl focus camera, please, I'm begging you. This okay, fine, it's not focusing. This boy is about to give this girl one of the cups, which is filled with flowers. And you have the lily standing for spiritual love. Oh my God. So for you, it's all about love in 2024, my dear group number one. This is fantastic. And look, the first card you actually got was the Page of Cups. And first, no, sorry, I have to calm myself down. When I look at the Six of Cups, I see a correlation to the first part of your reading, which was about the challenges you're facing this year. And also obviously good stuff. When I look at the Page of Cups, first I did not see a correlation, but now I understand. The pages are people who started something, someone who's still learning stuff, okay? Someone who is taking on a new journey of doing things. Now look what is going on in this picture. A bird is coming up, and the bird had this fish and is dropping it into the cup of the page, which is why the pages are not the fools. Okay, so if you're thinking it sounds, what she just described sounds like the fool card, no, the pages are already on their journey. Okay, they're still considered beginners. So if we're talking about a company, for example, it's still a startup company, but they're not fools. Okay, they're already on the way. So you're receiving stuff this year, 2024, my dear group number one, because the cups are always about you getting something. Okay, and you get a fish. A fish is, you know how they say that trading was the thing that we did before we had money. Why did I just say, you know, that they say? It sounds like it's a myth or something. No, it's real. That's what we used to do. That's what human beings used to do before currency was invented. So things were traded, and fish, for example, was actually quite important because, well, people had to eat. And what do we do to have stuff to eat? Wait, where's the card here? We build our careers. You also have the career card. Your reading is so cool, group number one. I did not expect these two parts of your reading to be so connected, but it is connected. The biggest challenge of 2024 of yours can be turned into your biggest blessing. And your biggest blessing are actually blessings, two things, okay? You can actually create a career, but I want you to keep something in mind. You have the career card, so we know what this is actually about. But we also have the Page of Cups, and we have the ladder that we had before, meaning that you are starting this stuff this year. And yes, you are becoming successful, but 2024 will still be just the beginning. And I know right now it's January, but still thinking of December of 2024, which is still far away right now. But yeah, you know how these things happen so fast. The way I see it, the way I feel it, is that you are going to set the stone for your career in this year. And yes, you are going to gain some things, but the biggest success, like for example, huge financial gain, is going to come later on. You will be successful this year too, though. Okay, so I don't want you to think that nothing is going to happen. Things are going to happen, but let's say when it comes to money, right now it's zero. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's something that you're just starting a project. You want to sell something on Etsy or something. I don't know. Right now, you haven't started yet, so it's still zero. But after some time, you will make hundreds a month, and you will make 1,000 a month, and so on and so forth. But in 2024, you will make even more, 2025, you will make even more money. So 2024 will show you glimpses of your success. It will be a good year if you really follow what makes you happy, what you want to turn into your career, but it will not be the biggest year of your career success, okay? Which is actually a good thing. Like, who wants to have the first year to be the biggest year and then the next years to have a decline? No, nobody wants that. Everyone wants to have more and more and more over the years, more and more and more success, you know? Okay, one last thing we are going to do is to look at the coffee cup oracle, because again, it came up in my mind and it's right next to me. And while I was shuffling, as I said in the beginning, my eyes fell on this oracle card deck. Interesting. First we had the tea leaves, now we have the coffee cups. Are you drinking a lot of tea and coffee, group number one? Okay, my dear spirit guides, what is your message? I don't even know if I should ask for a challenge or blessing message. I just want your spirit guides to say what they have to say, because clearly they have something to say regarding this coffee cup oracle. Okay, my dear spirit guides, what do you want group number one to know? Oh, okay, cool. It fits perfectly with the first part of your reading. We have, oh, these are very dark. Can you see? The cat, and the cat stands for jealousy and gossip. Jealousy and gossip, which once again brings us to this card, the fair woman. What did it say? Dealing a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. And also to the trouble card, the frying pan. Trouble and accusations. So the person who's jealous of you and who's going to gossip about you is the one, is probably also making up these accusations, you know, troubles and accusations. Okay, let's see. Dear spirit guides, do you have another message? Maybe now, because this was a challenging one, for the challenging part, a blessing message. Any other messages, spirit guides, for group number one? Oh, okay, I got it. Ooh, yeah, also makes sense. It also makes sense. You have the teeth and you see it's golden. Yeah, it's golden. It stands for control and change. That's what your spirit guides want. Your year may start with a Knight of Swords, but it is going to end with a golden tooth. Why? Because you will be successful doing what you love, following what you love. And as I said, a certain love reading, which definitely has something to do with you, is going to come up very soon. And as I said, if it's not the next video, it's the one after next. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to my channel and I will see you there. Goodbye, group number one. Hi, group number two, and welcome to today's reading. In this video, we will talk about your biggest challenge and also your biggest blessing of 2024. I did this reading for myself on New Year's Eve just to be prepared for whatever is going to hit me this year. And this is how I want you to approach this reading, okay? When it comes to the challenge, I don't want you to manifest that challenge. That's not what this reading is about. It's about you being prepared. So maybe you can completely avoid the situation, or you can be able to handle it better when it actually happens. Okay. But when it comes to the blessing, though, of course, I want you to manifest that. Of course, you want that too. So let's find out what those challenges, or that challenge and that blessing is going to be, because hopefully there's only going to be one. Yeah. Because, yeah, I want to talk about the biggest challenge and the biggest blessing. So, first of all, you felt drawn to this Fool card, and I picked the Fool cards on purpose for every single group because, as you can see, on top of the card, there's a number 0, because the Fool is the very first card in the tarot card deck. Now, why does it have the number 0? Because you are just starting on your path. And we are just starting out 2024. This is still the beginning of this year, even if a week has already passed. Can you believe it? It's crazy. Okay, so I will take the same tarot card deck and shuffle 2 cards to see what your biggest challenge will be and also your biggest blessing. So, dear spirit guides, what will be the biggest challenge for group number 2? Okay, interesting. You have the Three of Wands for your biggest challenge. And now, what will be the biggest blessing for group number 2? The biggest blessing. Oh my God. Very strange. You have the Ten of Swords, which does not look like a blessing at all. But as I said, on New Year's Eve, I did the exact reading for myself. And you know what happened? For the challenge question, which is actually a negative one because you want to know what is the most negative thing happening for me this year, I got a positive card. I actually got the Four of Wands. You got the Three of Wands. I got the Four of Wands. And then when I asked for the biggest blessing of this year, I got the Six of Swords. Interesting. You got the Ten of Swords. The Six of Swords is also a difficult card, actually. You got also a difficult card for your biggest blessing. This already tells me a lot because, as you can see, I see correlations to my reading, but don't worry, I will not mess up the meaning of your reading because I see myself in your reading, kind of. But it gives me an idea of what's going on. Okay, so we got the Three of Wands. Let's talk about your challenge first. This will be the first part of your reading. You got the Three of Wands. Now, you can see that the person is not looking at us. The person is turned away. And of course, this is you representing you. And this person is ready to take on a journey. Or maybe, I think the phrasing is not correct. I don't think it's about being ready. I think it's more about they know that it's time to leave. Okay, a part of them knows that it's time to leave, but it's difficult to do so because what they are leaving is a stable place, even if it is something that is hurtful and at worst even abusive. It is still stable for us. Why? Because that's the situation we are used to. Okay, that's what I mean by saying stable. Because maybe you just thought, well, sure, if it were stable, I wouldn't want to leave. You are going to want to leave. If this is a feeling you don't have yet, then keep in mind this reading is for the entire 2024. Maybe this feeling is going to come up at some time and it's not here yet. Maybe you're not in a situation yet where you actually want to go, but you do want to go. And this is the biggest challenge you're going to face. I suddenly had the word, or I suddenly had the phrase traveling the world in my head. So maybe it's not even a difficult situation. Hey guys, it doesn't even have to be a difficult situation. Maybe you want to travel more, like way, way more, like a lot, not just a tiny vacation, to have a break from work or something. No, it feels more like you want to see more of the world for a very long time, such as traveling for weeks or for months. Yeah, and it feels like it will be a bit challenging because, yeah, it is your biggest challenge of this year. I had the pyramids in my mind. Do you want to go to Egypt, maybe? If it's not Egypt exactly, maybe it's another Arabic country, or I have the pyramids in my mind. It's not, the pyramids are not just in Egypt, they're also some in other countries. Maybe it's about spiritual places. Okay, you know what? Let's go to your oracle cards because that's what the oracle cards are for confirmation. And we will look, yeah, we will look at your, I'm looking at other oracle cards. No, it's the tea leaves for sure. Yeah. Okay, let's shuffle the tea leaves and see if we get confirmation for your challenge. Okay, dear spirit guides, what is going on? Oh, in April. Okay, in April. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it feels like Egypt. Something like Egypt. You know why? Because on the bottom, we have the eye, and I'm not drawn to it because of the message, but because of that eye. You know, that Egyptian significant makeup, the one that we recognize right away. Yeah, it is some, so it must be a big deal for you to do that travel. Like, this is no joke. This is actually kind of serious. You have some reason to do this travel, and it's not just for fun, because for fun, you could also go to, I don't know, Ibiza or something. Okay. Tell me this doesn't look like something that you would find on the wall of a pyramid or something. So we have the dog barking. It stands for advice from a friend. Sorry. If you may, I think it feels like you have a friend, because right now I have a vision of a friend in my mind who has traveled a lot. If you have a friend who has traveled a lot, you have to listen to their advice, even if you don't like hearing it. Or if you have a friend who is from the place where you want to go to, it doesn't have to be Egypt just because it comes up in your cards. And that's what I feel. It doesn't have to be the same for everyone, but it can be. You have to accept their advice. And now we also have the sun card. If you know some stuff about the Egyptian mythology and so on and so forth, they have a sun god. And also Egypt is a very sunny place. I keep getting confirmation that we're actually talking about Egypt. But now the question is, okay, we have to concentrate. The question is, spirit guides, why is this a challenge? Why is this going to be the most challenging time? Oh, I see. I have a vision of a veil, but it's a bridal veil actually. But maybe it's because Egypt is a predominantly Muslim country. Maybe there might be issues because of that. Now we have a cat. Cats are holy in Egypt. Oh, guys, if this is too specific, then I'm sorry. If not everyone is going to Egypt, that's why I'm saying if it's too specific. Okay, spirit guides, why is this actually a challenge? Why is this a challenge? Oh, okay. We have the frying pan, trouble and accusation. We also had the same card in group number 1, but it was a completely different topic. Okay, so we don't necessarily have to go to group number 1. Yeah, we have the frying pan, trouble and accusations. I don't think it's about accusations. I think it's about trouble. But that's question, spirit guides. Why is this troubling? Will this be a difficult travel, a difficult vacation, difficult excursion? Maybe you're doing it for work. Okay, I got it. Wall, misunderstanding. I feel like some of you are doing this for work. Are you working with artifacts? Or now I have paintings in my mind. Okay, you're traveling with a group of people because you have to, and there will be a misunderstanding. Oh, I got another one right away. Okay, we have the rabbit, and it says too much concern with actual matters. You know what I mean? Too much concern with intimate matters. I'm still not quite sure yet. We have to get more cards. Spirit guides. Anything else? Why is this actually troubling? Why is this challenging? So far, I don't know yet. I mean, yeah, we got the trouble card, we got the misunderstanding, but we asked for the biggest challenge you're facing this year. Okay, we have the kangaroo. The kangaroo. Maybe you're going to Australia, but yeah, it doesn't have to be. Oh, we also got the rabbit, so it could also be confirmation for Australia. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Yeah, for sure. Maybe you're getting pregnant or you are impregnating someone. Depends on if you're a man or a woman. Be careful, okay? If you don't want that, be very careful. Doesn't mean you're not allowed to be intimate all year, but yeah, you have to be careful though. Okay. Okay, so we are still looking at your tea leaves, but just so you know, this was only the first half of your tea leaves. I have another half. They're too much. I cannot shuffle them at the same time. It's not possible. So, dear spirit guides, why is this travel a challenging one? Why will it be difficult? Why is this the biggest challenge of 2024? I just got 44 on the clock. Maybe that's a number that you have been seeing a lot lately. Okay. Oh, we have the boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. You guys, I keep getting the same image in my head, and it's very strange. You know why? I'm telling you what it is. Because first of all, if you're new here, well, my channel is fairly new anyway, so it doesn't hurt if I explain again. Of course, I read your cards, but I also channel messages. Sometimes I have visions of other cards. Sometimes I have visions of movies. Sometimes I have visions of things that happen to me in my life. And that's how the story gets created, kind of. That's how the spirit guides are telling me a story. And the thing is, one particular thing keeps coming up in my mind, and that is a past life reading someone did for me. And apparently, I had a past life where I, for work, had to do with artifacts. Okay, that's why I said before, maybe it's an excursion or something. Maybe you're doing this travel for work. And the thing is that in my past life, in that particular past life, I was working for another person. This was many years ago, okay, centuries ago, okay, at least, at the very least, 1 century, but actually more. Let's say at least two centuries ago. And I was working for someone who I actually loved and respected a lot. But here's the thing: this was at a time where, because medicine, people did not have that much knowledge about medicine as they do today. So they had to figure things out. They had to gather information. They had to gather data, and they did so by working on dead bodies. And at that time, this was so important, this was so crucial, that people got paid when they were able to deliver a dead body to some medical, I don't know, company, to a doctor, whatever, to a pharmaceutical company or whatever, so bringing a dead body to someone, or offering your own body when you die, this was something that people used to do, and they got money for it. They got paid for it because that information was so important at that time. Because of course, it was not on the same level as it is today. It was a past life reading. And the thing is, my team leader, so my boss, as I said, was someone who I actually respected a lot, someone who I loved a lot. And this was a man who was very experienced in their job. But I found out later, which is something that broke everything for me, that this person actually was responsible for some deaths because they wanted the money for those dead bodies. And no, guys, it doesn't mean that something like that is going to happen to you, but the same vision of that past life kept coming up in my mind. That's why I think it has something to do with work. You have to travel for work. It doesn't even have to be Egypt, guys. Maybe it's just for your company. You have I don't know, an agent, a client somewhere, and you have to meet them. And it's just in a hotel or something in your own city. And yeah, but something will happen, some kind of misunderstanding, because we got the wall. You have to be prepared. You have to have your guard up. This is such a weird message. Ooh, okay, you have the owl. Good advice from a wise person. Good advice from a wise person. Okay, it's still the beginning of January, meaning it's still the beginning of the year. Once it is time for that actual travel, I want you to talk to someone you think can give you good advice. Okay, someone who you think can give you good advice. If you don't find anyone at all, book a reading for this. And no, you don't have to come to me if you don't want to, but get information before you get onto that place. Okay, coins, money will be coming to you, which is very interesting because we also got the boat card, money and or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. So with that challenge, actually something positive is going to come also. But be careful because as I said, in my past life, we had that situation where the thing that my company, my job got paid for was something that my boss caused. Okay, the dead body situation. So they manufactured a situation in order to get money for it. So maybe this is something where you get paid and you might get paid very well, but there's something scammy, fishy going on. Okay, I don't want you to think, well, she was talking about Egypt, it must be actually Egypt. No, it's not that, it's not like that. Wow, this is so strange. I think you're going to find, because here it says you have the box, you will receive a gift. Guys, I don't think it's a gift. I think the box is where the secret is hidden. It doesn't have to be literally a box, okay? It's not like that. Why am I so dark? Yeah, the box, it feels like once you find out that secret, it will be like this was right in front of me this whole time, and I didn't know. How could I not know? Well, you chose to not see. That's why you were distracted. Oh, once again, you have the same thing. Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Okay, so don't just go on the trip thinking, okay, honey, I'll be gone for a week. I will see you then. I have to do this work thing. No, don't just do it like that. You have to gather information before you go. Maybe you even want to choose not to go. I don't know. It depends on your situation. Maybe you have to. I have no idea. Okay, dear spirit guides, anything else? Anything else for this situation? Guys, while I'm talking about this, I have a very uneasy feeling. Okay, a happiness card came up twice. Not while shuffling, it didn't fall out while shuffling, but my eyes fell on two different happiness cards. Meaning, okay, because I wanted to talk about the first part first. I read energy also, and I suddenly got into this creepy, eerie, strange energy where you just don't know what's going on, but you know something is going wrong. Okay, something is going wrong. But you also got your spirit guides also want to get your mind to the fact that happiness is also coming your way in 2024. Okay, so you know what? This is actually the best time to stop the challenging part, to not talk about the challenging part of this year anymore. I don't get more information anyway, but look, in the beginning, I got so many signs for Egypt, maybe because my spirit guides, yeah, maybe mine or yours, wanted me to get in my mind to get to the point of me thinking of my past life. Maybe that's why. It doesn't mean that you actually are going to travel to Egypt, because then um after I looked at some of your oracle cards, I had a vision of my head of people wearing business clothing, and um, it had a completely different vibe than Egypt, than traveling to Egypt. Completely different. I see conference rooms in my head. I see business clothing like pencil skirts, suits, ties, stuff like that. Someone having their hair up tightly because it's more professional. That's what I'm seeing. So now in my mind, we got to modern days, but before it wasn't the modern days. And I think it was really because the spirit guides wanted me to think of my past life, one of my past lives. Uh, yeah. So I could give you that information. So you know, it might be a person who you even trust, because for me, my past life, it was my boss who I trusted. And as I said, I respected and loved them a lot. But they were the ones who were actually the scammers. Okay. But as I said, your spirit guides twice with 2 tea leaves wanted to direct you to happiness, because that's what's also coming in 2024. Okay, they don't want you to think of that negative thing, because no, you will be fine. We also, for now, we're talking about your blessing. Now, you have the 10 of Swords, and look at the card. This looks actually not so fun. Okay, to say it well, to put it that way. Okay, it doesn't look fun at all. It seems a lot like backstabbing. Looks like backstabbing. But here's the thing, it has the number 10. Yeah, there's an X on top. Okay, so it has the number 10. 10 stand for completion. And this is why this is a blessing. So whatever is going on regarding these 10 of Swords is going to end this year. It will be over this year, okay? And it will actually be a huge blessing for you. And the first part of your reading may be connected to the second part of your reading. First, we talked about the challenge. Now we're talking about the blessing. So maybe it might be connected. We will figure it out. And if it is, it means that the situation will be solved. It will be solved, and you will be able to get out of that situation. It will be difficult though. It's going to hurt you, but it's like that final pain, and then it's over. Then it's done, and you're out of that situation. Okay, then it's done. That's what the number 10 stands for. So, spirit guides, can you please clarify the 10 of Swords card, the blessing that yeah, okay. The blessing that pile number 2 is facing this year, is receiving this year. We have the Whale, great worry over nothing. Maybe you think that whatever's going on is going to put you in a difficult legal situation, but it won't, because you're actually not doing anything wrong, group number 2. Be careful anyway, though. Okay, I still want you to be careful. Okay, anything else? Spirit guides for group number 2. What's up with their blessing? What's going on with their blessing? I'm sorry for that sound. Oh, nice. Oh, it fits perfectly with your tarot card. It's the rainbow. It's a rainbow, and it means the most difficult part of a situation is over. Okay, so 2024, some not so cool things might happen, but they will also end this year. Okay, they will also be over this year. Happening this year, but will also be over this year. Okay. Anything else regarding their blessing, spirit guides? Oh. No, it fell back in. That one card was not a message. It fell back into the deck. Okay. Not in this part, maybe in the other part, because as I already said, there are so many tea leaves that I have to shuffle them in batches. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Dear spirit guides, anything else regarding the blessing situation of group number 2? Okay. We have the Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. If that situation, group number 2, it would make a lot of sense if that situation really hurts you, your 10 of Swords situation, then right after, this is something that happens to us sometimes because, well, we're human beings. It feels like after something like that happened, even though we got out of that situation, it's like, oh, what is all of this even good for? And why am I even, I don't know, doing anything? What should I have hobbies for? Why should I still work on this new project? I don't know. I don't care. Meet my friends. I don't want to do anything anymore. Don't let this happen to you, group number 2. I understand, because the 10 of Swords are no joke. It means something will be over for sure, which is the big blessing coming to you this year. It will be over. but don't allow that thing to drag you down further. Once you're out of that situation, you are out. It is absolutely fine to take a break and and how should I say, to draw your energy back, to get all of your energy back that you put somewhere else, to call it back. Yeah, that's what they say. Look for videos of on that topic on YouTube. Okay, there's Reiki healing in all of this for this exact situation, meditating and so on and so forth, to get back your energy, to call your energy back to yourself, because it's yours. Okay, it's yours, but don't allow to be all over the place because you're so hurt by that situation. So you also got wrath, sorrow over a loss. Yeah, makes sense, because you will be upset. A loss doesn't have to be something physical. That also doesn't have to be a person. It can also be like, how could I trust these people? And then therefore you losing trust in yourself. You know what I mean? So that's why you're upset. Oh, and then you got despair right away. Despair stands for heartache over what you no longer have. Oh, yeah. Now I'm thinking again of the first part of your reading, where, as I said, I think it's about your team. You're not traveling by yourself, and I think it has to do with work. And there may be a team member who you were actually very close to, who you liked a lot, maybe even more than just liking. And because of everything that is going on, because of that whole situation, you also lose that friendship, companionship, maybe even more if it's romance related, something like that. And I understand totally that this would be very upsetting, very hurtful. I 100% understand. So yeah, but keep in mind that we are in the second part of your reading. We are still talking about blessings. So all of this is actually a good thing, all of this. And I know it doesn't sound like it, and probably also doesn't feel like it. And you're like, hey, when is my turn? When do I experience all the good stuff that we would also consider good stuff on at the first glance? When does that happen? Yeah, we have the purse. Pay attention to your finances. This also fits with the first part of your reading where it said that you would gain a lot of money. We are still talking about your blessings. We're talking about your blessings. Pay attention to your finances. Something positive is going to happen this year. Ooh, why did you fall on the ground? You have the V, victory in some endeavor. As I'm saying, we're talking about your blessings, okay? I'm getting closer to the camera so you can see your victory cards. And keep in mind, the cards went back into the deck, but we had the happiness twice. Twice. You also got the rainbow. And now, by the way, now at the second glance that I take on the wheel card, this also makes me think of the Wheel of Fortune, which is fortune. So something fortunate, something good happening. As I'm saying, the blessing is coming because of a not so good thing, or maybe a very bad thing. Let's say it as it is. But it is still a blessing, though. It's still something very good, though, group number 2. Don't be upset. Sometimes we have those years where we have to clear out that yucky stuff so we can have a much better year after. And also, I still didn't get a single timing card, because if you know the tea leaf cards, there are also months of the year in these decks. Unfortunately, I did not receive a single one of them, but I want you to know that this doesn't mean all of the cards that we talked about, that this will happen from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. No, that's not how this works. The challenging part is happening sometime, and the blessing is going to come afterwards. And yes, for sure, this is connected. I didn't know in the beginning, because it's not necessarily the case for everyone, that they're challenging, that the biggest challenge they're facing is also connected to the biggest blessing. For you, it is group number 2. Okay, so you got the angel card, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. That's what I was thinking. Because I was thinking earlier with the situation that I described, it seems like something that could um, hit you in a very negative way. If there's really something scammy, fishy, whatever going on in your work with that travel that you have to do, but for some reason I did not had that feeling or receive a single card that said that something very bad is going to happen to you as a consequence. Not at all. We have the 10 of swords. Oops, we have the 10 of swords though, which looks yeah, which looks upsetting, but it is an ending, meaning so the upsetting part of your situation is you having to leave that place. Maybe you actually really liked your job, that team, that whatever, but there will not be any bad legal consequences, if you know what I mean. Because if it's really a scammy situation, this could be quite dangerous for anyone involved, even if the people involved don't actually know what's going on. Okay, it depends on your legal system of your country. I don't know where you're from, guys, but now we also have confirmation as to why that is, because your angels and spirit guides are protecting you and whoever you are believing in. And another weird thing is the moment I said I don't know what country you are from, I suddenly thought of South Korea or Southeast Asia. Maybe you are from Southeast Asia, but I had particularly South Korea in my mind. And this looks also very Asian to me, the person in the card. You know, it could be confirmation, doesn't have to be for everyone. Okay. Ooh, we also have the dog. Protection from a powerful friend. Okay, you're protected. We had the angel card and now the dog card. The dog stand for loyalty. Someone who's very loyal is protecting you. And if it's not like actually protecting you in the moment, such as catching a bullet for you, it can also be someone helping you get up on your feet again after you experience that heartbreak. Okay, any other messages, dear spirit guides, for group number 2? Yes. We have the wind chimes, peace and harmony. Peace and harmony are coming to you this year. That's why what I'm saying this whole time, because I didn't know in the beginning. I wouldn't know if your challenge and your blessing would be connected. But first of all, they are connected. Second of all, the challenge comes first, then the blessing. And third of all, it will be a very positive outcome for you. In the moment when it's over, you're not just like breaking up with your partner. It will be hurtful in the moment, but then afterwards things will become better. So you will actually end 2024 or a part of 2024, because we don't know when this will happen. We still didn't receive a single timing card. Oh, maybe by fall, because can you see the leaves falling? The leaves falling in this picture? Maybe by fall, all of this will be over and things are going to look up for you, okay? Things are going to be better for you. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. You will definitely have a very positive time in 2024 as well. Okay, we have the older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. And we also have nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Maybe this means that a father or father figure, an older brother, something like that, is going to help you out of that situation. So maybe that's a place where you can find peace and harmony after all of this bad stuff happens, you know? Wait a second. Yeah, by December, everything will be fine. Now we got a timing card. This feels like what, the whole year I have to wait? No. By December, everything will be like fine, fine. Like you're out of the situation completely and everything turned around for you completely and everything is perfectly fine. But the good things are already coming to you by fall. Do you see the leaves falling? Yeah. Ooh, and we also have the carrot. this is another confirmation for fall, because the fall is the harvest time, you know, and you have the carrot opportunity or windfall. Things are going to be very shiny and wonderful for you in the second half of the year, because keep in mind, fall is not the end of the year, it's the second half of the year, okay? Because I don't want you to think that this will take such a long time. No, no, no. Okay. Any final messages for group number 2? The card fell right back into the deck. Any final messages for group number 2? I have to draw to another oracle card deck. Wait a moment. First, we have to see you. Okay. They always fall on the ground. Wait a second. Ooh, oh, you have the dog again. Okay. First, you have mountain road. This is so interesting because first you had the wall, which is also like, now where's the wall card? Which is also like the Chinese wall. Oh, you don't have the wall. It was in group number 1. Sorry, interesting that I suddenly thought of the wall again. No, it was in group number 1. Okay, they had the wall, but it looked like this mountain card. And here where you can see the trail, there was actually a wall, and that card stands for misunderstanding. But you have a very positive card, a very positive one. It stands for you are on the road to success. As I said, the second half of your year. And you have the dog card again, or this time dogs. And the dogs card stands for getting together with friends. So you have the upsetting part first, the positive part later, which is actually how it's supposed to be. I don't want you to think, oh, great, now I have to sit around and wait for the good things to come. But guys, wouldn't you rather have it this way, where you get out of a situation and then things are getting better for you? They keep getting better for you as the year progresses, and instead of it being the other way around. Well, I would prefer to have it this way so we can get the negative things out of the way, you know? So finally, I want to look at one more oracle card deck, only for one card only. So we are almost done, group number 2. And it's the Wishcraft Oracle cards. And I want to see, because I want, yeah, oh, this is interesting. Because I also feel your energy, and now I got out of that feeling that I had before. Now everything feels much lighter suddenly. Yeah, everything feels, it's like all of the problems are gone. The weird, eerie feeling is gone. You will be absolutely fine, group number 2. Okay, you will be absolutely fine. Now I want to see, because this oracle card deck came up in my head twice. I want to see what your spirit guides have to say. What is a wish that they are going to fulfill? Okay, dear spirit guides, what's your message for group number 2? Okay, we got it. Okay, they are protecting you. That's what it is about. Shield of crystals. I am loved and protected. And as you can see, it says Shield of crystals. Isn't this card gorgeous? If anything, you want to, if anything, just tell me that this card is gorgeous. You don't have to comment anything else if you don't want to, but you can tell me this. This card is so beautiful. Well, and as it says, Shield of crystals. So maybe a crystal might help. Where's my crystal? Here. Black tourmaline. Do you see? It's a black tourmaline point. It is so you can get rid of harm. So you can when you meditate with something like this, or if you want to put it somewhere in your place, do it so the point does not point towards you, but away from you. And maybe I shouldn't do it to the camera. Away from you. Okay, so it's like your enemies are not directing you, but they're being sent away. Very strange phrasing, but that's what it stands for. Also, when you meditate, you should also hold it in your hand that way, so it's not you having the point towards you, because that's attracting the negativity. You want to send the negativity away. So if you want to work with something very strong, black tourmaline, might help, or obsidian, black obsidian may also help. Shield of crystals. You don't have to do it that way if you don't want to, because your spirit guides, your angels and God are protecting you. But if you want to help out with that energy, you can do so. I am loved and protected. That's what the card says. And I also want to talk about this card that was on the bottom of the deck. It's the hope jar. I'm full of hope and I take action. Okay. I am full of hope and I take action. Group number 2, don't let the yucky stuff just happen to you. Protect yourself. Don't just let it happen because your tarot card reader Lola told you, well, yeah, you're going to get out of that situation anyway, and then only the good stuff is going to come. This is what this reading is for. So you can either avoid this situation completely or be prepared and therefore protected when something like this happens and you cannot avoid it. You know what I mean? Okay. I wish you all the best. Have a great year, group number 2, and I see you at one of my next videos. Goodbye. Hi, group number 3, and welcome to today's reading. In this reading, we will talk about your biggest challenge and also your biggest blessing of 2024. I did this reading for myself on New Year's Eve because I thought it's a good idea to know what the worst thing could be that will happen to me in 2024. In December, 1 or 2 things happened where I thought I wish I knew earlier, then I would have prepared myself. And this is exactly how I want you to approach this reading. It's not about manifesting the negative thing and being so worried about it that it actually happens. It's about you knowing what the worst thing could be, so you can either avoid the situation completely or find ways to be prepared so you can solve this problem quickly. When it comes to your blessing, though, of course, you want that to manifest. Okay, so write it down. I don't know, meditate on it, daydream about it so it manifests in your life. Now, let's find out what it is. But first of all, let's look at the card that you chose for group number 3, and it's the Fool card. And as you could see in the beginning, I had the Fool card for every single group. They did look a little bit different though, because first for group number 1, I had the Before Tarot, group number 2, the Tarot, and for you, group number 3, the After Tarot, meaning that this is a moment after that actual tarot card depiction, you know, the one that we are actually used to. This is the After Tarot card deck, meaning the Fool that was actually standing up here took a step and is now down here and smelling the flower that they picked up in the Before Tarot. Okay, Before Tarot, Tarot, After Tarot. And I chose the Fool for every single group because, as you can see on top of the card, there is a 0. And why is that? It's because the Fool is the first card of the tarot card deck, because it's the beginner. Now, I was not thinking of this for group number 1 and 2, but now I'm suddenly thinking of this for you, group number 3. Maybe it's a message for you. I'm thinking of Lord of the Rings, where, oh no, what was his name? The Hobbit. I know, I forgot the character's name, where the Hobbit started its journey. Yeah, that's what I'm suddenly seeing for you. Maybe you're a fan of The Lord of the Rings, or you're a fan of the Hobbit movies or books. I don't know, but this might be a message for you. Okay, so I'm going to use that After Tarot card deck to see what your biggest challenge will be and also your biggest blessing. So, dear spirit guides, what is the biggest challenge that group number 3 is facing this year in 2024? Okay. I got it. It's the King of Wands. Interesting that this will be your biggest challenge of this year, King of Wands. Okay, then group number, the spirit guides of group number 3. What will be their biggest blessing? What's the biggest blessing for group number 3 this year? Oh. Interesting. You have the Three of Wands. Very interesting. You know why? Because the Three of Wands were the biggest challenge of group number 2. And for you, it's your biggest blessing. Interesting how these things go sometimes. And we have the Wand energy twice. We have the King of Wands as your biggest challenge and the Three of Wands as your biggest blessing. Now, when with the King of Wands, I feel like it's not about you, but another person. That's what I'm feeling at the moment, but we will look at the oracle cards for confirmation. Maybe you're dealing with a King of Wands who will give you a hard time. And if you are supposed to be the King of Wands, then you're going to have that hard time. But I truly feel like it's about someone else. Yeah, it feels like it's someone who is testing you. Ooh, oh my gosh, you know what I'm thinking of? Oh, why do I always forget names? You know, the cousin of Hercules. Hercules has a cousin because, you know, here's the thing, the story of Hercules. He is not a, how should I say, a full god because he's only a half god, half human, half god. And his father, who was his father? Zeus? I think so. His father wanted him to rule over all of his siblings and cousins, over all of them. Because, well, of course, the god Zeus, if it was him, I'm not sure, but I think it was him. He was very active, let's say it that way, in making babies. Okay, he was very active, and he loved Hercules so much that he wanted him to be like the leader of all of that generation of children, all of the siblings, all of the cousins. He wanted him to be the number one and the ruler because he thought that Hercules would be the oldest one. Turns out that he actually wasn't the oldest one. He had an older cousin. And then Zeus gathered all of the other gods, and they had to figure out a way to make Hercules still be the strongest, not the strongest one, the leader, because he was the strongest one. And Zeus thought, no, this is impossible. We cannot allow this to happen for someone who is that weak. So the older cousin to be to rule over Hercules, impossible. And but he also couldn't break his own vow, yeah, because he vowed that that would happen, but he couldn't break his own vow. So the gods, they came together and found a way to make it happen for Hercules. And the thing was that his cousin was supposed to give him 12 challenges. 12 challenges. We're talking about your biggest challenge of 2024. He was supposed to give him 12 challenges, and if Hercules mastered them, then he would be the ruler. And if he didn't, then his cousin would send him to mm, to the underworld. Okay, I forgot the word. To the underworld, you know. And it, to me, it feels like there's a King of Wands in your life challenging you, testing you. Okay, this is absolutely not an easy person to deal with. Now I want to know, or we want to know details. Okay. Dear Spirit Guides, please give us some details on that challenging situation for group number 3. Who is testing them? What is testing them? Why are they tested? Coins. Money will be coming to you. Okay, fantastic. So maybe because we have the coins, maybe we have maybe this is a boss, or because the same word came up multiple times, a father. If you are on the younger side, but you don't have to be. Maybe you want to ask your parents for some financial help, but your father is not so open to give you that money. Okay, any other messages? Well, I hope so. For group number 3, regarding that situation. It fits perfectly with the Hercules story. First, we have the turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. So this person who's challenging you, it's like they get cocky because they feel very confident in their role of ruling over you. Then we also have the staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. The same thing in the Hercules situation, the same. Because whenever he faced a challenge that was too difficult for him to handle on his own, the gods helped him. Okay, they helped him. So maybe for you, it's literally as in God or the spirit guides or angels are helping you, or people around you, people who are rooting for you, are going to help you win those challenges. So what else is going on with that challenge, dear spirit guides? Can you please give us another message for group number 3? What's all going on with that challenge? No other messages here, not here, but I also said that in group number 1 and 2. There are so many tea leaves that I cannot shuffle them at the same time. So now we will look at the other batch of tea leaves. What's going on with that challenge? Your spirit guides are here. If you're seeing white feathers, it wasn't a white feather, I know that, but it looked like a white feather passing my eyes. If you see white feathers, it's confirmation that your spirit guides are around you. We have the forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Yeah, sure. If the challenges are so challenging, then at some point, you're not going to know how to handle the situation. There was also, by the way, I think there were even 2 or 3 challenges in Hercules. Read the book, guys, or watch the movie. Okay, I read the book a few months ago. It was actually a very short one because I'm accidentally, it wasn't on purpose, I accidentally chose the version on Amazon that teachers choose when they read it together with the kids in school. So it was also for a bit of a younger generation. And yeah, I noticed that with the language and stuff. It was a very easy read, like very simple, a very simple read, because the language was simplified. I mean, of course, you cannot read the original one in the original language with the children. Of course, I also cannot read the original one. But yeah, it was a very simplified version. It was a very short book also. Okay, so I highly recommend to read the book. If not, just put it on Amazon Prime because I said Amazon, you don't have to do that though. Or wherever you find it, and watch it for 1.5 or 2 hours, the Hercules movie, and then you also know what's going on. We have muddled, unclear thinking. And as I said, there were 2 or 3 challenges going on in the forest. Doesn't mean that you're actually going to have challenges in the forest. Okay, that's not what it means. But there's also a saying in my language that goes like, you're not able to see the forest because of all of the trees. Sounds strange though, right? Yeah, but that's how the saying goes. It means you're not able to understand that you're already where you wanted to be, because you only look at what's right in front of you. You don't see the big picture. So, any other messages? Oh, there's a card that flipped and I didn't notice. November. We have a timing card. November. So some of these challenges may happen in November. There's also a tree. Do you see this? There's a tree in the November card, but look what's important. The sun is coming out. Maybe it's also going back in, but the first thing I was thinking of, going back in, I mean going down. Going back in. The first thing I was thinking of was the sun coming up behind the mountain. So meaning that sunny days will come. And that's also the energy that I'm feeling, because of course I'm seeing your cards, but I also feel your energy. And it feels like there's this a bit of a smirk at your face the whole time, which also makes sense for the Hercules story, because Hercules was thinking after every single challenge, okay, or he was saying actually to his cousin, okay, what's next? What do you got from me now? How do you want to embarrass me now? How are you trying to kill me now? He was starting to make fun of it because it was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. So your biggest challenge in this year, 2024, my dear group number 3, will not be hardship or heartbreak or something hurtful, some kind of pain, it will actually, I mean, it can be still physically difficult, but it will actually be something that's more on the annoying side. Okay, it's more on the annoying side than on the heartbreaking side. And I'm saying this because for group number two, that was very different. And also another thing, and because in the beginning I said I'm reminded of the Hobbit. I'm so sorry for forgetting his name. Yeah, I'm reminded of that because remember the Hobbit houses and how they lived? Watch that movie, guys. Hercules and Hobbit. I mean, what better homework can you get than watching movies? Okay, watch both The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. It was in the scene was from Lord of the Rings. Okay, so you don't have to watch all six movies, because that would be 2 days if you really binge watch them. But watch Lord of the Rings. It was in the beginning of the first movie. There may be a message for you. By the way, in part three, there was also something important happening with a forest, but actually they're in the forest the whole time. Okay, forget about the forest part. And also watch Hercules, the movie. Okay, this is your homework for the next days or for the weekend or whenever this video will come up or whenever you have time. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. The woman is smiling though. Okay, so maybe this whole challenging thing turns into a love story at some point. To me, it seems like because we had this dealings or relationship with a woman thing also in group number one, but it was a different card, so a different woman was depicted. And it felt more like, oh, this is someone who wants to ruin a positive situation. But for you, it's different. To me, it feels like someone is coming in wanting to help you, wanting to help you out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you have the vase, secret admirer. I don't know if it's also the woman that's on the card, doesn't have to be. But to me, you know what this feels like? It's like people are watching you handling these 44 on my clock, handling these challenges in a very interesting way, in a very smart way, in a very, I don't know, efficient way, or whatever way you come up with. And they admire you for that. That's what I'm saying. The entire time, your challenging situation feels very positive. You have the cobweb protected from negative forces beyond your control. That's what I'm saying. It was also in the beginning. Where was it? Steph, you will be taken care of in difficult times. The same as in Hercules, when he was not able to handle certain situations, the gods came in and helped him some way, somehow. Okay, any other message for group number 3? Should we go to the blessings now? Because I think we are kind of, oh my God. Oh my God. You have the lion. It says time to act, but that's not why I'm saying, oh my God. The reason why I'm saying, oh my God, is because at some point in the story, it was in the beginning actually, Hercules killed a lion and took his head as a helmet. And that's how people recognized him because, of course, they didn't have Instagram yet at that time. But people recognized him because he was so tall and he was so muscular. And also, he had that lion helmet, the helmet that he made out of that lion that he killed. I'm telling you, watch Hercules. But look, this is also a message for us. This is something, it actually tells you something. It means you're walking this path of challenges and you're coming out a hero, group number 3. Are you the coolest? I think yes, you are. Is there anything more I have to say? No, actually not. You have the 4-leaf clover, which stands for, I mean, we all know what it stands for, but the card says great good fortune. I mean, of course, after you come out a hero, everyone is blessing and showering you with gifts and whatnot. You're a man watching this. I want you to comment just because I'm curious. Okay. Any other messages for the challenging part? I think no. I think it's time to look at the blessing, even though your challenge is actually, yeah, victory. Victory. You will be victorious at the end of the day. This is already so positive, but still, you also have a blessing card. Now let's talk about your blessings. Okay, I put these cards to the side. Now we'll see. So you have the Three of Wands. If you think something looks a bit strange in this Three of Wands card, as I said, it's the After Tarot card deck. Because actually in the tarot card, there is no bird. I think it's an eagle. There's actually not a bird in the card, but here you have an eagle in the card. And to me, this feels like this person, so you, is sending that bird out in order to send a message. And this bird is sent far, far, far away, very far away. And also, now that I'm looking at the sea, oh, this is so tiny. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it seems like, in a way, they look like candles. But why would there be candles in the sea, in the river, in the lake, in the whatever? To me, it feels like message in a bottle, you know? So you're sending out a message that will be sent far, far away from you to someone far away, maybe someone in a different country or something like that. And yeah, and that is a blessing. Why is it a blessing? Let me put it here. Dear Spirit, it's look. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. You have the needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. You know what I'm thinking of? This may be something that is taking place in your life. It doesn't have to be, then just see it as an example. Maybe you are a student and you apply for a program. So that's why you're sending out a message. You're applying for a program where you can study abroad for a semester or for a year. Maybe if you are not studying and maybe it's about your job. So you're sending out a message. Maybe the company you're working for has one in this country and one in that country, or one in this city and one in that city. And this is a wish that you have. Okay, any other messages regarding the blessings for group number horseshoe? Good luck. Hey guys, if you chose group number 3, you probably did not choose group number 1 and 2. But I can tell you one thing, group number 3, you are by far the coolest group. Your challenge is going to turn you into a hero. And now we find out how lucky you are. You have the horseshoe for good luck. And this also makes me think of horses. I mean, well, duh. But think of how we used to use horses for transportation because we didn't have cars yet. So I think your wish is to go somewhere far away, but you're testing the waters first. You're not just packing your bags and leaving the place where you are and taking the risk of, I don't know, being rejected or not getting a foot into the room where you actually want to go to. You're actually testing the waters, as in you're sending out messages and stuff. You are applying for stuff, things that you want to do. So that when you go to that new place, you actually have some stability in your life, you know? What else is going on for group number 3 regarding their blessing? I feel very drawn to the other batch of your cards because, as I said, there are so many tea leaves, I cannot shuffle them at once. So then shuffle the other batch because I really felt drawn to. So there must be a message here for you. Dear Spirit Guides, what's going on with that blessing for group number 3? What's up? Okay, we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love, or hate. Well, I think that for you it's passionate love and not hate because we're talking about your blessing, you know? Strong emotion, passionate love, or hate. Does this have to do with love, group number 3? I don't know. in March. We have the month of March. So March might mean something to you. You know what it could mean? It could be March this year, but I also have a different idea in my mind. Maybe you applied for something in March last year or in springtime of last year, and you're still waiting for a message and your wish is granted now, something like that. If you did so in March last year, or maybe the time around surrounding March, maybe April, something like that, then okay, this is about love. Then your wish will be granted now. If not, it's about March this year. Why did I smile? Because of this card. It's the heart and it stands for love, deep affection, and caring. Number 3, could it be that you want to move places because you want to be closer to a certain someone? Or it means you meet a certain someone. Maybe you actually don't know about this yet, and you're going to do so when you're there. We have a green card. Ooh, as I said, man, group number 3, you are for sure the coolest ones and the luckiest ones. Wealth is coming your way in 2024. Group number 3. I hope that's also my group, but I don't know. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, interesting. We have the hat. You will be playing a different role. I mean, you might apply for a different position in your job, in your company, which is why it makes sense for you to leave the place where you are at right now. Or maybe this was just your excuse, your reason that you gave your boss, your manager. I think it would be great for the role of so and so, and I know that our company in XYZ country has an open position and that's why I want to go there. So you're playing a different role. It doesn't have to be like that, but yeah, that's an example that I'm thinking of. Oh, the I am group number 3. You have the unicorn. Okay. I mean, when in life do you see a unicorn? Of course, never, because they don't exist. But it's also a very lucky symbol. It says, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. That I think that's your wish, because this is a huge change, leaving the place where you are, going somewhere completely new. That's a huge change, actually. Maybe it's because the past few years had always been the same and the same and the same, and you're done with that. Oh, very interesting. You have the mice and the seahorse, and both have to do with family. The seahorse stands for family matters, and the mice, discord among friends or family. To me, you know what this feels like to me? To me, it feels like you are done with the people surrounding you where you are right now, and you want to start on a clean slate, completely fresh start. That's why you want to go. That's why you want to start somewhere completely new, you know? Okay, okay, got it. The bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. You are successfully overcoming a problem. There's nothing else to say about this. I mean, of course, I can see a correlation to everything else that's going on my desk with all of your messages, but maybe it's a separate thing. Maybe it's also a separate blessing. You are definitely overcoming things this year for sure. And we also have January. You have the card of January. We also have August, and it came out together with a throne, position of authority. You might be working on something, group number 3, and by August, you will have a position of authority and you will be sitting on your throne. That's why I keep saying it feels like it's job related, because you might be climbing your career ladder. Okay, any final messages? Because I think, okay, we had enough. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah, that's why you want to go. That's why you want to go. This is your card. The place where you are at right now, it just bores you. Most of all, it's boredom. And it's like, it feels like if it's a job situation, may also be like university or something like that, but it feels like you're walking into the building in the morning and then you're seeing the face of so and so and you're like, oh, that person again. And on the outside you're like, oh, hey, good morning, how are you? Yeah, okay, good. But in reality you're like, oh no, I have to see that face one more time. Yeah, that's where you want to go. Anything else for group number 3? Younger man, dealing to a relationship with a younger man. And finally, we also have the whale, great worry over nothing. I have no idea what the younger man is about, but whale, great worry over nothing. I mean, of course, have you seen your cards? Group number 3? You are the luckiest this year. Okay, what's the younger man about? If this opens the door to a completely new round of messages, casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Okay, it could mean that this younger man is someone you're going to leave behind. Okay, because you have the casket. The casket. As I said, it means someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Yeah, this is going to end and another one is going to start. And here's the thing, there may be a connection. No more cards. Okay, then let me put it away. These were all of your cards, group number 3. But finally, I want to say there may be a connection between your challenges and your blessings, but it doesn't have to be this way. For group number 1 and 2, that was the case. Their challenge was connected to their blessing. But for you, I'm not sure. I don't see it directly. For group number 1 and 2, it was obvious. For you, not so much. So it can be two completely different things. So you have a challenge in 2024. You also have a blessing in 2024. Maybe they even happen at the same time because they're actually not correlated. Just timing wise, they are, but not situation wise, if you know what I mean. Or it could also mean the blessing happens first, the challenge happens later, the challenge happens first, the blessing happens later. Whatever it may be, you know, when I did this reading for myself on New Year's Eve, it was the same for me. They were not connected. My biggest challenge was not connected to my biggest blessing. And I actually expected the same thing for the reading today. And then I was surprised that when I saw for group number 1 and 2, how they actually were connected. For you, I don't see it anymore, but I saw so many lucky cards for you, group number 3. And that's why I'm wishing you a fantastic, I mean, I would wish you it, would wish you that anyway, but I'm just saying I wish you a fantastic and fun and great year 2024. New readings are coming very soon. Also a love reading, because as I said, I feel like some love is going on in your pile. So if you don't want to miss that, I want you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. And I see you soon. Goodbye.